Hello, yeggooner back again with another one. You feel me? You dig? Yo, this is another fantasy video. Y'all know the rules. This is the weekly preview, and so what we got, is we got some fire matchups. I'm gonna do my regular presentation, and we'll go into the actual fantasy platform, actual fantasy website, and then go through some other stuff. But yeah, so we got Jim Air versus Goodfellas, and um, I'll be real with you, and this one's gonna be a very interesting matchup, just because Jimmy, like as you can see with his record, he's 4-5. When we go through the rest of the matchups, you're gonna see why that's important. But he's made a huge turnaround from the previous weeks, and he was a bye week, and then he's slowly picking up W's, and he's not a bye week anymore. It's a tough challenge, and kudos to you, Jameer. Goodfellas 6-1-2, the king of the West. King of the West, you get what I'm trying to say? Not quite king of the North, but we don't have no North up in here, you know what I'm trying to say? So I would say that the king of the West is the king of the North, because the East is where everyone's at, you get me? And the West is just, there's no, like, you know what I'm trying to say? Like, no one's had Game of Thrones. The North was like it was just Winterfell, and I don't mean just Winterfell, as in there wasn't other neighboring, like, I think there'll be provinces or counties, but they weren't as prestigious and as strong as Winterfell, and that's what Goodfellas is. Goodfellas is Winterfell. You get me? Um, then we got, like I said before, the Chelsea black and white. That is ain't no stopping this. 8-1, Wemby versus Doncic. And y'all, if you ask me, yeah, this is a bye week, and so you can see the 5-4, and that's why I was talking about Jimmy previously. He gets the dub over here, which I don't think is gonna happen. I actually predict he will lose, but like, prove me wrong. You feel me? He gets the dub. He's 5-5. In the slight chance ain't no her stopping this has changed his form around and gets the W, 5-5. Then we got some juiciness going up with the playoff bracket, man. Because that's what you gotta be looking at right now, a little bit, the playoff bracket, a little bit. Not crazy, just be like, oh, I'm in playoffs. Who else is in playoffs? What do I have to continue to do to stay in playoffs? Who is a favorable matchup for me, and can I get to that ascendancy, or can I, Now, the dumpster derby of this week. You'll never walk alone. There ain't no changes. We're sponsored by NBA43.net. You can't change your name. Ain't no. You'll never walk alone versus next season. Next season is a Man United badge, and it is pretty much next season for Man United IRL. But that's besides the point. The trade was made for Anthony Edwards, as you can see, and so Embiid is no longer, I would say, their number one pick, their gaffer. Was he really much of a gaffer? Was he really much of a skipper? No, but Anthony Edwards is the skipper now. We'll see how things change for him. Um, yo, this is gonna be. It's gonna be interesting because there's two shooting guards. We don't usually have two shooting guards as the skippers. Shooting guards are, yeah, man. They're usually like second round picks and that. You get me? So, if you ask me, this is a fourth to third round pick for Edwards, and this is a second to third round pick in Mitchell. And like, I kind of, we're seeing this in the records, in my opinion. I'm predicting a double loss. Now, you can see Embiid is here now. Before it was Sabonis, it is now Embiid. Yeah, trades were made. You dig? Trades were made. Now, Primetime City, not Gambit. We don't do changes for NBA43.net. But this is I got a challenge. This is what I'm gonna do. If you win your next 2 games, Primetime City, we will put and approve the name change for you. That's what we will do. We'll rebrand. I got the call in from the higher ups. They said it's possible. They said it's possible. Before it wasn't possible. Before, koni possible. But now they're saying it's possible. You get me? So, look, man. Embiid's only weakness is playing games. in a game of fantasy, and you ask me, that's a huge weakness. But if he gets to get a flow and that, he might be doing. I don't know. But if you ask me, Yellowstone is borderline bye week. We go over here 2-5-1. Wait. Oh, this is free. This is a free. I messed that up. That is what it is. But they got the same record. And then it's I don't know. It's borderline bye. It's borderline bye. Primetime City. Prove me wrong, Yellowstone. But if you ask me, the reason why Yellowstone's having so much trouble is because of this man. Excuse me. It's because of this man. He's not doing what he's supposed to be doing every week. Yo, Halliburton. I'm sneezing. This guy, because I took it. Yo, this guy got his guys after me. I'm gonna continue slandering you though. He's got his guys after me. I'm gonna continue to slander you. You are trash. You're playing garbage. God damn. God forgive me. Well, Halliburton's coming after me. He's coming after me with his juju and his white chicks. Anyways, Halliburton is trash, man. He is trash. He's playing trash. And he's the main reason that Yellowstone. I'm done talking about Halliburton, man. He's coming after me. So as soon as I changed it, my sanity is cleared up. He was coming after me. Anyways, London is blue versus serial winner. Halliburton, I'm sorry, yo. Wow. London is blue versus serial winner. I see nothing else but a win for serial winner. I there are 3 teams in this fantasy that are just, and until I see Halliburton, I am finished talking about you. Leave me alone. Until I see anything different from these teams, I can't predict anything but a win. Can't predict anything for a win for those teams. And so serial winner's got this. Oof. Now this is the clash of the week. Reason why it's clash of the week is because the Walker Derby. Flat Earth Gang versus London is Red. With this, I have messed up. Thank God we're coming to the close of this video. I need a hot shower. But with this, Flat Earth Gang is on the ascendancy, in my opinion. Flat Earth Gang has no affiliation to any player. He does not care about, oh, I've had this player for this amount of time. Oh, I love this guy. He does this for me. Nah, he's ruthless. He's cutthroat. Man only sees victories. He speaks the language I speak. He speaks ring. He speaks ring. That's the language I speak. Some people be speaking High Valerian. Some people out there be speaking Guten Tag, be speaking German. You get me? But me, London is blue, and Flat Earth Gang, we speak ring. First person to win 2 rings in fantasy, London is Red versus the women's WNBA fantasy champion and men's NBA champion. He did the double, the first to do the double. This is the clash of the week. The records don't say nothing. It's about the strategy. It's about the brain. It's about the high ring language. I need to figure out a actual term for the language of ring, the language of victory, a language of fluent trophy, the language of champions, the language of Success acts success. If you know, you know. The language of Mamba mentality. Rest in peace, Kobe. The language of 24. The language of 8 to 24. The language of 14. The language of the number 10, Zinedine Zidane, Messi. The language that LeBron don't know how to speak unless he adds other people like Dwayne Wade. He don't know that language unless he puts Anthony Davis on his team. Or unless there's COVID season and he wins in the bubble. LeBron don't know that language. But this is what this battle's about. That language. The language of ring, baby. Enough said. I'm predicting a double win. That's what I'm predicting. For the first time in NBA history, I'm predicting a double win. Because I can't predict myself to lose. I can't do that. You see how I stopped talking about this guy, this Snow Bunny Hunter, that like I'm feeling better. Absolute wallad. Okay, let's go to the standings, yeah. So I did my standings. My wait 1 second, I gotta move myself. So I did my own standings yesterday with the review. Did I? Wait. I'll have to check that later. I think I spelled review with preview. I'll change that. Anyways, but they actually have Gambit on top. They have Goodfellas second. They got Cyril third. I actually have Cyril on top. Gambit, I believe, second and Goodfellas third. I'm fourth. They got London's Blue fifth and Vancouver sixth. Jimmy, they've got seventh. So that's interesting. And London is... Yeah, man. Theirs is different to mine, but it's similar. And I'm thinking, like, a lot of this stuff is changing. It is changing, man. I used, like, wait, let me go blocks. Yeah, man. I was really good at blocks. It's slowing down. Steals, I was the best at slowing down assists. Like, things are changing. And for me, I feel like Franz Wagner, for my team, was like the glue. And without him, it's been really tough. My stats have looked terrible. But we'll see how everything progresses. This is the West and the East. Like I said, man, Goodfellas is Winterfell. He is Winterfell. Jimmy might be like, if Jimmy is I find it crazy that Jimmy is playing Goodfellas in this round. I find it crazy because he's gonna be, if he wins, he's plus 500. He's 500, and he'll be the first out of all of these bums to get 500. And I find it ridiculous how both bye weeks are here. That's crazy. And then, like, look at the records over here. If I lose, which I can't, if I lose, London's Blue might jump over me. And then look at these two records, man. It's absolutely insane. Gambit, serial winner. Alright, why am I saying Gambit? Primetime City, serial winner, Goodfellas. Kudos to you, man. Kudos to you. Now, let's just get to so one more thing I need to get to. Oh wait, sorry. Wrong place. Is transaction counter? No, that's not what I'm looking for. No, it's not what I'm looking for. Recent activity. Sorry, guys. Sorry. Traded. So, Anthony Edwards for Embiid was a trade that was done last week. Now, this was very controversial because people wanted it to get vetoed. Now, lots of people, like, I don't know how you guys run your leagues, but, like, with a veto, we only do vetoes or do a vote for veto when it's, like, someone that was drafted inside the first or third round being traded. That's the only time we would do it. And wait, sorry. That's the only time we would do it. And yeah, like flipping what's his face got me. That's the only time we would do it. And like, I didn't even want to do a veto for this. And to be honest, I haven't really been doing much like talks of vetoes and stuff like that. And there's a big like NBA fantasy YouTuber. Y'all probably know him, Locked On Fantasy, Josh Lloyd. He doesn't believe in veto. And the reason I believe in veto is because I believe in our league at least. Like, people that don't believe in veto are of the assumption that everyone is rational and everyone thinks in a general sense where I'm not going to screw the league over, or I'm not gonna make stupid trades. And now in our league, people are not intentionally screwing the league over. They're just incompetent. Okay, they're just incompetent. That's why we have to have the veto. It's because we have a bunch of incompetent people that think that they're vanity analysts, and they're not. They're not. They don't have the capacity. You get me? And yeah, man, this trade, I don't have an issue with it. Anthony Edwards plays basketball. Embiid doesn't play basketball. Now you're thinking that last 7 days, wow, that's great versus Edwards. You know, and it's like, oh, you know, and I don't even like Edwards, but it's just like the thing is with that is that will Embiid play? That's it. That's simply it. It's a huge risk for Primetime City. If it goes according to his plan, he's calm. Anthony Edwards trade is not a huge risk, but you could potentially be losing out on MVP from Embiid. But that's about it, man. It is yeggooner. Yeah, man, you know how we do, baby. Like and subscribe. Peace.